to take a moment here to acknowledge fully and completely that this trend is old, tired, dusty, okay? And the reason why we're still here is because I was not going to do this trend. And then in the last minute, I said, you know what? Maybe I have something to say on it. So here we have natural hair propaganda that I'm not falling for. Of course, hello everyone. Kayla here, and this is What the Kink, a natural hair channel. The first piece of natural hair propaganda that I am not falling for is that natural hair has to be inherently difficult or time consuming. I know y'all knew I was going to say that. I know you knew that I was going to say that. But here's the thing. I've had people in real life say to me things about my hair being difficult. Like, they're not being mean, but it's just like expectation. Like, I was standing in a checkout line and this lady is next to me and she's like, oh, and this lady, of course, English is a second language, y'all, so I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but she says, oh, hard to comb. Literally just hard to comb. And then my child goes to this it's a preschool, but it has a infant room, right? So one of the teachers is like, oh, your hair is so beautiful. I know that it must be difficult to take care of, but it's just so beautiful. Like, it was a compliment, but it was also talking about like the amount of effort it takes to do the hair at the same time, which, let me frame that, okay? Again, not trying to be rude or anything like that. Me and my husband kind of could tell from the early days that she gave off a vibe that she had mixed kids. And then I saw her with one of her kids. Confirmed. So she has a black child at home, a daughter. I saw her with the boy, but she has a daughter as well. And she probably styles that child's hair, and it's probably different from her own hair, which she be styling. Okay, she be doing bubble ponytails and all of that too on her own hair. But I think there's this belief that people just think that natural hair is inherently, like, you have natural hair, boom, it's difficult. Y'all, it really doesn't have to be. A lot of stuff that we do is we are adding additional time onto our regimens ourselves, doing these treatments that we haven't even determined if we actually need them, doing these extra things like putting extra time on stuff, sleeping in conditioners, detangling 2 and 3 extra times in a single wash day. We are creating some of this stuff, okay? We don't have to have complicated routines to maintain natural hair, and I hope that my channel has been able to stand here to show you guys the truth of that. I am not falling for propaganda that says that the only way to grow your hair long and healthy is for you to wear protective styles. Listen, I think that you can grow your hair with protective styles. Absolutely. And I think you can grow your hair without them. And I really think it's not the style. We talk about the style, but that's really not what's important. What's truly important is actually your overall routine and the condition of your hair and the care that your hair is getting. That's what's most important. It's not the style, because shortly after I got married, I decided to do a 6-month bun challenge. I'm not someone who really wears my hair up that much. I know, despite this, I don't wear my hair up that much. And I wore those buns, y'all, dedicated to this 6-month bun challenge. It actually got to a point where my husband was like, when you gonna take your hair back down? Because, like, what's going on? Like, this bun stuff, I don't know. Like, when you gonna do something else? And so, y'all, at the end of the challenge, I take my hair down to see how much growth I had gotten. Y'all, nothing. My hair was the same length. 6 months. That's half a year. A sister could have at least grown 3 inches in that time period. And so I was doing the protective style, right? But clearly the care of my hair during this challenge was not up to par. Okay, I probably was mechanically breaking my hair and all types of things. And so I didn't get any length off of this. And y'all, after sacrificing having my hair out, because I prefer to have my hair out, I got nothing out of the deal, right? So no, you don't have to have a protective style. The hair growth that you guys have seen on my channel, I've done a couple of chops of my hair. Like, I did a cut in 2016 that was really aggressive, and then I went to a professional for the first time in 20, I don't know, maybe 19. And so that required some length to come off because I wanted my hair to be shaped differently. Then I got a shape change a couple of years ago, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, or whatever. And so that required a little bit more length to come off of my hair. So I've done that, but then I've also just grown my hair back down each time. I've grown my hair to my waist a couple times, grown my hair to my elbows before. All of that without doing protective styles. And it's really, as I've said a million times already in this video, it's really about how you care for your hair. It doesn't really matter too much how you wear your hair. You may get there a little slower if you're always wearing your hair out and it's causing mechanical damage, but you can wear your hair out and grow length at the same time. And while we're speaking about growth, I'm not falling for the belief that growth is everyone's goal. Growth is not everyone's goal. There are some people who are not trying to grow their hair, and that's okay. Like, I feel like automatically in the natural hair community, in the Black community, okay, we look at someone with short hair and we automatically want to be like, oh, they can't grow their hair. Like, if someone's going to insult somebody with short hair, immediately it's like, that's why your hair ain't growing. That's why you can't grow no hair. That's why you bald. Immediately going to this, like, as if this person wants to grow their hair and they just can't. And there's something inherently wrong with them, and there's almost a character judgment of them because their hair is short. Not everybody's trying to grow their hair. Matter of fact, I'm going to use a YouTuber for this. If you guys watch Ray Shell of Natural Ray Ray, if you haven't seen the channel, go check it out. She's real chill. I like the videos because of her vibe. But she has said in her videos, I don't know if it was in a more recent video or in an older video where I heard her say this, but basically she keeps her hair the length that it is because she likes that length and she likes that style. She is someone who is maintaining their hair in a certain look because that's what they like. This is the look. She's not on a hair growth journey, okay? She's got her look and she's maintaining it. And I feel like maintenance can exist. Like, maintenance can exist and should exist for Black women. And I don't really know if this is necessarily natural hair propaganda, but I will throw it out here anyway. Like, there's this belief that you just can't switch it up. Like, y'all, people can switch it up. Like, I remember when I first went natural, I used to wear a different hairstyle every week, especially once I had mastered, like, the basics of, like, my little trinity of hairstyles, the ones that I know how to do really well. Once I had mastered all of those, I would rotate through them. So, like, I would have, like, a Bantu knot out this week, and then next week was a braid out, and then next week after that was a wash and go. And then, like, I would just literally just do a different hairstyle every single week. No repeats. And, like, I remember my students questioning that, like, why do you always change your hair? And I said, well, why can't I change my hair? Well, people just don't usually do that. And they're right. Children be speaking the truth. And also the thoughts of children sometimes reflect society at large. People often just don't switch it up. They do their middle part and they keep it that way. They do their left part and they keep it that way. It's like they wear a certain hairstyle and they keep it that way. Y'all, you don't have to do that. Change the color, change the style, change whatever it is that you want to do. Like, you can totally switch it up. If you have natural hair, you don't have to keep things always the same. That being said, if you enjoyed my channel, subscribe. I post videos every week. I will talk to you in the next one. And matter of fact, you can pick the next one from over here because I'm going to put some videos right here.